Cameroon people, get ready for Papa J. God of Jeremiah is coming. The light of Jesus Christ is going to now enter into their homes. I want to now remind you people once again and again and again that it will be tough and it will be fantastic. And it will be a blessing to many people that were out there right now in Cameroon. Cameroon people, get ready for Papa J. This hour, this time, hey, God of Jeremiah is coming. And the light that Cameroonians have been looking for, the light will shine. Every darkness right in Cameroon, hey, every household, the light of Jesus Christ is going to now enter into their homes. The light of God is coming. So get ready. As I am coming, every business that where there is darkness, every church that where there is darkness, every contractor where there is darkness, every office that where there is darkness.
Leave all those who hate you. They are not the reason why you are not going forward. That is an extra luggage you want to carry. You are on a flight. Leave all the naysayers and the backbiters and the ill wishers and the Judases kissing you as a sign. You just leave them. Focus on the goodness of God. Can I tell you, psychologists teach us that focus creates feelings. If you are angry right now when I tell you I just transferred 2 million naira, it doesn't matter whether I'm playing or not. What did you hear? 2 million naira. You just smile and say, is it true? You are still verifying, but you are happy. The same way you can stand in the mirror and say it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm sharing with you irrefutable principles. People will look at you and say, madam, don't you get angry? Are you not a human being in this Nigeria? You tell them, I found a way of the spirit that I can rejoice always, void of offense, void of bitterness. You can walk to your office and find in the middle of people conspiring your downfall and greet all of them. Would you like to have coffee or something? Can I get you something? And they smile at you.
James Allen said in his book, As a Man Thinketh, you cannot travel within and stand still without. That's powerful. The way the human has been designed to relate with the material world, every measure of change starts from the inside of man. I found out that sometimes you can make those shifts within and the outside will still remain the same, or sometimes even seem to be going backwards. But that force, whatever it is you are building up in the invisible world, it's just a matter of time. Whatever is damming it somewhere along the line will break. And then you will have a massive rush. And that's what we call breakthrough. And then when that kind of a thing happens, somebody says, the guy's life just changed suddenly. Suddenly happened over 15 years of changing internally, right? And experimenting and trying and learning.
There are some things that will happen, I will take responsibility. I don't pray. I don't even need to pray about it. If this is my fault, I will know it's my fault. If it's the next person's fault, I will point it out it's your fault, so work on it. You cannot play with my business and tell me it's the work of the devil. Did I employ devil here? I employ you, so let's work.
Okay. So you don't believe that the devil can possess someone to make mistake?
You are now thinking like the devil because everything runs in our mind. If your mind is not correct, go back home and stay there. Let people that want to work with me there so I will have results. It's not result that brings the customers. So you come and be bringing your devil and thoughts into all those. If you have a family problem, you talk to me. That you have a family problem, we'll know how to balance it.
Well, I think that Cameroon has a lot of problems right now. In fact, the Cameroonians are going through a lot. And the least thing they will want is a man of God coming there to give them empty promises. Like I said, because I think I did a video of John C. Suleiman, who went there and did all what he could do and then left. I don't know, I'm not sure how much have changed after he left. I'm not sure. Now Papa J is planning of also going there. Let me just add this question, okay? Papa J is making all these promises of helping Cameroonians come over their problems. So, Papa J, let me ask you this. Have you solved the problems that Nigeria is facing? Because to the best of my knowledge, Nigeria still has like a ton of problems that she faces. Have you solved those problems? The insecurity, Papa J, have you solved it? The inflation, have you solved it? People can barely eat in Nigeria. Have you solved it? What about the light issue? Have you solved it? What about the rampant kidnapping and highway robbery? Have you solved it, Papa J? Have you even done anything to address these problems that Nigeria is facing? So you've not even solved Nigeria's own problem. Now you are making promises to solve Cameroon's problem. Papa J, charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. If you cannot feed your children in your own house, how can you even begin to feed other people's children outside? If you cannot take care of your own children, how can you promise to take care of other people's children? If you cannot love your own family, how can you promise love towards other people outside? Papa J, take care of your home first. Take care of your home first before telling people or before making promises to people outside. And I don't know what these people have found in Cameroon that all of them are just rushing to Cameroon. I don't know what they found there. Is Nigeria not having enough new followers? Have Nigerians become smarter? Have their eyes open? Why are they just running to Cameroon? As if they are going to change anything in Cameroon. Why? Listen, my brothers and sisters. Listen. I know things are hard, and I know sometimes I casually talk about things on this platform. But the reason I do so is because I don't like to take things too seriously. I think that people best digest things when it's being put to them in a very simple and casual way. You must understand that all these people, the so-called men of God, coming to you are not out there to help your life become better. No, they are only coming to you for what they can squeeze out of you. That's what I think, and that is what has been ongoing. I have watched our society become something that people can barely understand anymore. And I have always asked this question. If what they promised us was something they could achieve, wouldn't that be achieved by now? We have prayed, we have fasted. I mean, you guys have prayed and you guys have fasted. What has changed as a whole? How much have our society changed? We were being told to pray for security. We were being told to fast for inflation. We were being told to pray and fast for good governance. Have those things come to pass? Have we achieved those goals? We've done our own part, which was praying, which was fasting. But have our prayers and fasting be of any consequence to our society? Those of you who are arguing that things have changed as a result of us fasting and praying, have you looked in your area? Have you taken a look at your society? Have you seen the bad governance we have in the country? Have you seen the inflation we have in the continent? Have you seen the number of people who can barely survive? Can you ask your father, or have you asked your father how things were 20 years ago and how things are now? What they could do with the money they earned back then was a lot, was way more than what we can do now with the money we earn. Politicians have just gotten out of control. The rate of embezzling is totally out of control, and they have become too self-centered, too emboldened, and too rude to an extent that they just do things the way they want. You can see the arrogance in the air. The same thing with some preachers. They have become more arrogant than you could ever possibly imagine. And for what? For what? They have told us things to do, we've done them, and nothing has changed. Our lives haven't gotten any better, where theirs have, but ours have not. So can anyone consider that to be a success? Can anyone sit here with clear and complete honesty agree that the whole fasting and praying have changed our situation for the better? Can anyone do that? And let me just say this before I go, because people always conflate my opinion on this platform. Now, I haven't said don't pray. I haven't said don't fast. I will never say don't believe in your God. No. What I will say is, or what I've been trying to say is, there are things that God cannot do for you. There are things that you have to do for yourself. And your men of God won't tell you that, because that does not serve their interests. If you are a believer, you should read your Bible, you should pray to God, but you must also do something to better up your life. You must be willing to wake up in the morning and go out there and do things that will make your life successful. You must be willing to get up in the morning and ask yourself this question: what am I going to feed my family with? And what can I do to be productive in our society? When you ask yourself these questions and then you take upon yourself to be of service to people, to contribute to the economy of your environment, you are going to be very, very successful. If not becoming super rich, but you will not starve. But prayers and fasting alone won't do that for you. That is my whole take. And I hope people understand this. People wake up from this mental slumber and start facing or smelling the coffee.